It's the most powerful house in the world. But how did it begin? And what secrets lie behind its famous white walls? Join us as we uncover the incredible story of the White House. The White House, located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., is more than just a building. It's the official residence and workplace of the President of the United States. For over 2 centuries, it has stood as a symbol of American democracy. The White House has been the home of every U.S. president since 1800, witnessing the nation's triumphs and tragedies. But its story began long before that, in a nation struggling to define itself and build a capital from scratch. Back in 1792, a competition was announced to design the president's house. George Washington himself, the first president, chose the perfect site along the Potomac River. The winning design came from an Irish-born architect named James Hoban. Vision was grand, elegant, and inspired by neoclassical European palaces. On October 13, 1792, the cornerstone was laid, and construction began. It was a massive undertaking, built with the sweat and skill of immigrant laborers from Ireland, Scotland, and Italy, alongside free and enslaved African Americans. Their hands laid the foundation for what would become an enduring American icon. The construction of the president's house was no small feat. The total cost was over $232,000, a staggering amount of money back then. The building slowly took shape, its sandstone walls rising to form the neoclassical structure we know today. In 1800, even though the mansion was still unfinished, President John Adams and his wife, Abigail, became its first residence. The house was so large and drafty that Abigail Adams famously used the huge, unfinished East Room to hang her laundry out to dry. It was a humble, practical beginning for a building destined for greatness. But the early years were far from peaceful. During the War of 1812, the young nation faced a devastating blow. In August 1814, British forces attacked Washington, D.C. and set fire to the president's house. The mansion was engulfed in flames, leaving only a charred, blackened shell. As the British approached, First Lady Dolly Madison famously refused to leave until she had saved a priceless full-length portrait of George Washington, ensuring a piece of history would survive the blaze. The destruction was immense. Only the exterior walls remained standing, but the American spirit refused to be broken. Reconstruction began just 3 years later, in 1817. The task of rebuilding fell once again to the original architect, James Hoban. To cover the smoke stains and burn marks on the exterior stone, the building was painted with a brilliant white lead-based paint. It was this act that gave the mansion its popular and enduring nickname, the White House. The name became official under President Theodore Roosevelt. During the reconstruction, Hoban also added the iconic south and north porticos between 1824 and 1829. Completing the look we recognize today. The gleaming white building became a powerful symbol of a nation reborn, rising from the ashes stronger than before. Decades later, during the Civil War, the White House became the nerve center of the Union's war effort. President Abraham Lincoln transformed it into his command center, often working late into the night in his office, which is now the famous Lincoln bedroom. The weight of the nation rested on his shoulders. It's said that during the darkest days of the war, Lincoln would pace the halls alone, a solitary figure wrestling with monumental decisions. His wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, overcome with grief after the death of their son Willie, even held spiritual seances in the Red Room, hoping to contact his spirit. The White House became a place of both strategic command and profound personal sorrow. As America grew, so did the presidency and the White House itself. By the early 20th century, the president's staff had grown so large that the main residence was no longer enough. In 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt ordered the construction of a new office building on the grounds, which we now know as the West Wing. Then, in 1909, his successor, William Howard Taft, moved the president's office into the center of the West Wing, creating the first version of the iconic Oval Office. Over the years, the entire complex was modernized with electricity, telephones, and even secret tunnels for security, ensuring the presidency could function in the modern age. Of course, a building with this much history is bound to have its secrets. Deep beneath the East Wing lies the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, or PEOC, a bunker designed to protect the president during a national crisis. The White House is also filled with hidden hallways and secure passages to ensure the safety of the first family. The famous Situation Room, created during the Kennedy administration, is a secure communications hub in the West Wing basement where the president can handle intelligence and military matters. While many myths surround the White House, like a supposed underground city, the reality of its security features is just as fascinating. Today, the White House is more than just a home or an office. It is the ultimate symbol of American democracy and presidential power. Before the pandemic, it welcomed over 6 million visitors a year, all eager to catch a glimpse of history. It's the stage for grand state dinners, solemn bill signing ceremonies, and press conferences that broadcast decisions affecting the entire world. When a president speaks from the Oval Office or the Rose Garden, the world listens. It is the living, breathing center of American government and a focal point of global politics. From its ambitious beginnings in 1792, through fires, wars, and social change, to its status as a modern command center, the White House has mirrored the journey of the United States itself. From a burned shell to the center of world power, the White House ISNT, Just a Ome. It's the living story of America. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about the world's most iconic landmarks. See you next time.